Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandegam Sri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavamscha. Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam. Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarviyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Chapatitana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gauravakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita every day. So by Krishna's mercy, we are in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We finished 36 slokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is now, because Arjuna asked Krishna to explain about his vibhuti, means opulence. So then Krishna is explaining everything. We are understanding Krishna is the best in everything. So here in this way, we also want to become the best in everything. In general, we want to become like very famous or very rich or very powerful and all such things. But Krishna is always like that. So that way, Krishna is the Bhagavan, is the supreme personality of God, the one who has got Bhaga, Sannam Bhaga Itingina. So who has got all the opulence. So that is Parasara Muni, who is the father of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva wrote this Mahabharata, in which Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. So Vyasadeva's father is Parasara Muni, and he wrote that Aiswaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yasasasriya Jnana Vairagyoyoschaiva Sannam Bhaga Itingina. One who possesses unlimited wealth, unlimited strength, unlimited fame, unlimited beauty, unlimited knowledge, and unlimited determination, basically renunciation. So he is said to be a Bhagavan. So Krishna possesses all of these things. He is all beautiful, he is all wealthy, all powerful, all knowledgeful, everything, all famous. And so that way Krishna is Bhagavan. That's why whenever Krishna starts talking in this Bhagavad Gita, it's written as Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Bhagavan, one who possesses all this Bhaga, all these opulences. That's why Bhagavan. So Krishna is known as Sri Bhagavan. So that way, everything comes from Krishna. We also want to become like Krishna. We are going after, in this material world, we are going after name and fame and money and everything. We want to be all powerful. We want to be everything. But we need to understand that with this material body, we cannot possess all those 6 things unlimitedly. First of all, this body itself will get old and will get diseased, and we will also eventually lose this body and we will die. And people, we have seen people, especially someone with the diseases, especially when they get cancer, we can't even see the person, like the body itself completely changes. So that way, what we possess in this material world, everything is temporary. Nothing is permanent. All the name, fame, whatever we have, everything is temporary and everything will go away. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God and he is always all beautiful. He is Navayavvanam. Navayavvanam means always young. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti. So his angas, his parts of the body will perform the function of every other part of the body. That's why Lord Brahma was glorifying Krishna. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti pasyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti ananda chinmaya sadujvala vigrahasya govindamadi purusham tamaham vajami. So that way, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the knower of everything and everything comes from him and everything is emanating from him. So that kind of knowledge we are getting in this Bhagavad Gita repeatedly. When we study each and every sloka, that is the knowledge what we are getting. Krishna is giving us the knowledge that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when we realize this fact, all the time, we should keep in our mind that Krishna is our Supreme Father, our Supreme God, and He is there to protect us. And He is there, Krishna is there to deliver us from this material world, to free us, to free ourselves from this material world, from the material bondage. But we should be listening to Him. That is the main thing. If we don't listen to Krishna, then He cannot help us. So we have to just listen to Krishna, means we should have complete faith on Krishna. We should believe in Krishna, that's it. If we just believe in Krishna and have full faith on Krishna and do everything for Krishna and then don't worry about anything in this material world, so then by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature, the Sattva, Raja and Tamo gunas. Because they are those nature, that is Maya. Maya hiyasya. Maya hiyasya jagadanda satani suthe. Traigunyatadvisaya veda vitayamana sattva valambi parasattvam visuddha sattvam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So that Maya is the three modes of material nature, Maya. So that's what is controlling us in this material world. So we have got this material body also because of Maya, and we are controlled by Maya, and we are inside this material body, and we are struggling and suffering under the forceful control of Maya. But we have a way to get out of this force. We have a way to get out of this struggle. So that is this Bhagavad Gita. Just Bhagavad Gita knowledge. If we get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, if we surrender into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, if we understand all the science, what Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita completely, in and out, so then we will be able to free ourselves from Maya. That's why Krishna is saying that, Mamyeva ye prapatyante mayam yetam tarantite. Anyone who surrenders unto me can free himself from the Maya. So we need to spend this, our human life, to understand about ourselves and do all our activities only as an offering unto Krishna, only for the satisfaction of Krishna. Not worrying about anything in this material world. Everything is changing in this material world and everything is temporary in this material world, and we are not going to gain anything in this material world, but the only gain what we are going to get, which is permanent, is just studying this Bhagavad Gita and surrendering unto Krishna and remembering Krishna and depending on Krishna. So that is the only thing is going to be bringing us permanent benefit in our life. So this is the real result what we want. So that we can focus our mind only on Krishna. Because the senses are very strong, we know from Bhagavad Gita very well. Krishna is saying that. Our mind is also very powerful and very strong and very turbulent, and it doesn't stay in one place and it keeps wandering here and there. And it's very difficult to control. It's very difficult to curb the restless mind. That part also we understand very, very clearly from Bhagavad Gita. And now the goal of our life is to just control our mind by studying Bhagavad Gita by focusing our mind on Krishna, by remembering Krishna, and by doing all the activities only for the satisfaction of Krishna. So that way we will be able to control our senses and we'll be able to gain the intelligence and we'll be able to disconnect ourselves from this material world completely, and so that we can go to Krishna at the time of death. So that way we need to elevate ourselves to that Brahma Bhuta platform. We have to attain that Samadhi status in this life. So that means not getting bothered, not getting disturbed by anything in this material world. So that is possible only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because our mind is used to always wander here and there. Our mind is used to always getting agitated in this, disturbed in this material world, because that is the nature of mind. So by studying this Bhagavad Gita, by focusing our mind on Krishna, by serving Krishna, by understanding all these slokas given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, and just following all the instructions given by Krishna in this Bhagavad Gita, so then definitely we will be able to slowly, gradually, we should be able to elevate ourselves towards Krishna. Kshanaygi, kshanaygi. Kshanaygi, kshanaygi, uparame, buddhya, dhriti, grihitaya, atma samstam, mana kritva, na kinchit, api chintaye. So slowly, gradually, step by step. That's what kshanaygi, uparame, buddhya, dhriti, grihitaya. So with intelligence, we should develop the determination. We should gain that determination with intelligence. So that's what buddhya, dhriti, grihitaya. Then only we can keep the mind under the control of this self. Atma samstam mana kritva. One should keep the mind under the control of the self. So by gaining the determination with the help of intelligence. So that's why kshanaygi uparame, buddhya, dhriti, grihitaya, atma samstam mana kritva, nakinchitapi chintaye. Don't think about anything else. Nakinchitapi chintaye. Don't think about anything else. Prasanta manasam hyenam yoginam sukam uttamam upaiti santarajasam brahmabhutam akalmasam. So when our mind becomes very peaceful with the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita, when we surrender unto Krishna, because of our loving devotional service unto Krishna, when we gain the intelligence, and using that intelligence, we get the determination, and with that determination, if we control our mind, so then our mind will become very peaceful. So prasanta manasam henam yoginam sukam uttamam. So yoginam, the yogi, can achieve the ultimate happiness. Sukam uttamam upaiti santa rajasam brahma bhutam akalmasam. So we will be completely free from the rajoguna, santa rajasam, and we will achieve Brahma Bhuta platform, and we will be freed from all kinds of sinful reactions. That is, upaiti santa rajasam, then Brahma Bhutam akalmasam. Akalmasam means free from all sins. So all these things are going to be possible with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's it. Whatever I listed just now, everything is going to be possible just with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If we get the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then we will be happy. Yunjanyevam sadatmanam yogi niyat manasaha sukhena brahma samsparsam atyantam sukham asnute. Yunjanyevam sadatmanam yogi niyatta manasaha. When we are able to do this all the time, by controlling our mind, niyatta manasaha, by regulating our mind, controlling our mind, then yunjanyevam sadatmanam yogi niyatta manasaha sukhena brahma samsparsam atyantam sukham asnute. So that brahma samsparsam, we will get ourselves, we will be able to experience that Brahman status, that Brahma Bhuta platform. So we will be able to free ourselves from this material material bondage, karma bandham, janma bandham, everything is gone. So at that time, we will be Brahma samsparsam, then Sukham atyantam sukham asnute. We will be able to enjoy unlimited happiness. Atyantam sukham asnute. That is the formula for happiness. That is the way one can lead a happy, meaningful, blissful life. with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, by focusing on Krishna, doing everything for Krishna. All these things are going to be possible only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, we are ignorant. With ignorance, when we don't have the knowledge, we will be doing all stupid things, useless things, nonsense things. That's what we will be doing in this material world. If you don't have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we'll just look like fools in front of Krishna. That's it. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge brings everything what we need in our life. This Bhagavad Gita is the unlimited source of spiritual knowledge, and it is also the unlimited source of spiritual happiness. The real happiness, permanent happiness, will be able to experience with the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna got this knowledge in the battlefield when he was not able to decide what to do, when he was completely confused. At that point of time, he simply surrendered unto Krishna and very submissively inquired from him what is good for him. And Krishna gave this knowledge. And Arjuna understood everything clearly. And he asked many, many questions. And he got the answers for all his questions, and all his doubts and illusions, everything have been dispelled. And then he became very clear in his thoughts. He knew what he should do. And then he just fought for Krishna. So that way, for us, just by getting this knowledge fully, by repeatedly studying this knowledge, by fully depending on Krishna, by doing everything as an offering unto Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then we will be very clear in what we are supposed to do in our life. And we will be able to fully depend on Krishna and everything. So that's all going to just become just because of the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, nothing else. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge will make all such things happen in our life, will help us to be situated in transcendence, will help us to connect ourselves with Krishna all the time. So will help us to forget about this material world. So all such things are possible definitely with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So without the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we don't even know about mind, senses, intelligence, and about our self, soul, and the relationship between all these things, and how to control our mind. All these things are impossible without knowing the Bhagavad Gita. And we don't even know about Krishna. Then what is the use of this life? If we don't even know who our supreme God is, if we don't even know whom we should love all the time, so that way, here, this Bhagavad Gita only connects us with Krishna. This knowledge only gives us very clearly, very scientifically, completely. It's giving us the knowledge that Krishna is the ultimate supreme personality of Godhead. And we should simply surrender unto Krishna. We should simply do everything only for the satisfaction of Krishna. So that kind of faith, that kind of conviction, everything comes only if we get this knowledge completely, this Bhagavad Gita. And it's also very simple, very easy to understand. Not a big book. It's just only 700 verses, only 18 chapters, that's it. And many chapters are only 20, 30 slokas. Of course, there are big chapters like second chapter with 72 and 18th chapter with 78 slokas. But still many chapters are only 20, 25, 30, 35 slokas, 40, like that. So if we study and understand all these slokas, all these chapters again and again, every day, and if we become master of this Bhagavad Gita, this is a really doctor of philosophy. They give doctor of philosophy in different subjects. In all subjects, you go and do some research, and what they will give doctor of philosophy. For example, I have done PhD in mechanical engineering. So that is called doctor of philosophy. But if we study Bhagavad Gita, we should become the doctor of Bhagavad Gita. That is the main thing. This philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, which is the knowledge about our own self, which is the Raja Vidya, which is the king of knowledge. So this knowledge is going to help us. This knowledge is going to give us the direction in our life, what we should do, what we should not do, and how we should free ourselves from the material bondage. All such things completely Krishna is giving us. Because the reason for our suffering is only because of our ignorance. And Krishna is saying that I will dispel the darkness of ignorance. I will destroy the darkness of ignorance to my devotees with this shining lamp of knowledge. So Krishna lights up this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, this shining lamp of Bhagavad Gita, by which all our ignorance is destroyed. So Aditya, when Aditya comes, Yadaditya, Krishna is saying that Ajnane Navritam Jnanam Tena Muhyanti Jantavaga. Aditya Vajnanam Prakasedi Tatpav. So when Aditya, when the sun lights up everything, similarly this knowledge is going to light up everything. It shows everything to us. We'll be able to see this world as it is. And we will not be carried away by the material modes of nature. We will not be controlled by the modes of material nature when we get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So in the 10th chapter, Krishna is teaching us that he is the best in everything. So he is the best among all. So yesterday we studied in this sloka number 36, Krishna said that Dyutam chalayatam aham. Dyutam chalayatam aham tejasvinam aham jayosmi vyavasayosmi sattvam sattvavatam aham. That's what we studied. Krishna said that I am the gambling of cheats. So Krishna, nobody can cheat Krishna. If anybody wants to cheat Krishna, he will be cheated by Krishna. That is the main thing. So Krishna, because he is the knower of everything. Nobody can hide anything from Krishna. Because he is staying in everyone's heart. Something we think, immediately Krishna knows. What I think, you may not know. What you think, I will not know. But what I think and you think, Krishna knows. Krishna knows because he is there in our heart as the super soul. And whatever we think, immediately Krishna knows. So that way we cannot cheat Krishna. Our plans, Krishna knows everything. Upadrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheswaraga, Paramatme iti chayuktaga degesmin Purusharsava. Upadrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheswaraga, Paramatme iti chayuktaga degesmin Purusharsava. So Krishna is the overseer, permitter, and the maintainer and enjoyer, and he is the controller. So everything Krishna, he is known as Paramatma. Paramatma iti chayukta. He is called as Paramatma, the super soul. So that way Krishna knows everything. So now in the next sloka, in the sloka number 37, in the 9th chapter, 10th chapter, Krishna is continuing that Vrishninam Vasudevosmi Pandavanam Dhananjayaga Muninam Apyaham Vyasaga Kavinam Musana Kavi. That's what Krishna is saying. That is Vrishninam Vasudevosmi. Among the Vrishnis, I am Vasudeva. So Krishna is that I am the best among all Vrishnis. So also Arjuna addresses Krishna in many places Varshneya. Varshneya means descendant of Vrishni. So that's why Arjuna addresses. Dharmenaste kulam Krishnam adharmo abhibhavattuta adharmo abhibhavat Krishna pradusyanti kulastriyagam. So there also in one of the slokas Arjuna addresses that Varshneya. So like that here Vrishni, among all the Vrishnis, so Krishna is saying that Vrishni nam Vasudevosmi. Then Pandava nam Dhananjaya. So for all the Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya. So Krishna is saying that I am Arjuna. Among all the Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya. That's what Krishna is saying there. Then Muninam Apyaham Vyasaga. So I am the Vyasa of all the Munis, of all the sages. Among the sages, I am Vyasa. That's what he says there. So that's what he says. Yeah. Adharmo abhibhavat Krishna pradusyanti kulastriyaga strisu dustasu varshneya jayate varna sankaraga. In the first chapter, 40th sloka, Arjuna is addressing Krishna's Varshneya. Varshneya means descendant of Vrishni. So that's why Krishna is saying here that Vrishninam Vasudevosmi. So for all the Vrishnis, I am the Vasudeva. Vrishninam Vasudevosmi. Pandavanam Dhananjayaga. Of all the Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya. Pandavanam Dhananjayaga. Muninam Apyaham Vyasaga. Of all the sages, I am the Vyasadeva. And Kavinam Usana Kavi. Of all the Kavis, so great thinkers. So I am the Usana, the Kavi Usana. Kavina Usana Kavi. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way, here in this Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding that Krishna is everything. Krishna is the source of everything, and Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And once we study and understand this Bhagavad Gita fully, and we understand that Krishna is everything, so then our life will be full of bliss. We will be able to remember Krishna. We will be able to surrender unto Krishna. We will be able to do everything for Krishna. So we will derive great motivation to do everything for Krishna as an offering unto Krishna. So our life will have a lot of meaning. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita is our life. This Bhagavad Gita is everything in our life. So we just have to do only two things: study and understand Bhagavad Gita and spread this Bhagavad Gita. These two things only we should do. Everything else will be taken care by Krishna's mercy very nicely. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished sloka number 37 in the 10th chapter. So we just have to finish only 38, only another 5 more slokas. Basically, it has got 42 slokas to finish this 10th chapter. So Hare Krishna, I will stop now. We'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji. Wonderful.